Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my crafting corner. It is Key, and we are back with our Forest Falls project. So we worked on these two topper pieces in our last video, and now we are going to pull together two more toppers. Now these are super simple. We might do a couple of other things so that we just, I mean, it's going to be a short video because this is like super duper simple. So we have a backing page, which we used a little bit of it on our last project. These are the four cards that we have remaining, and we're going to focus on the last two sort of designed ones. We're going to back those. We're going to cut these out and we're going to back these on some brown paper bag. And then all we're going to do is just sandwich some cheesecloth between our cards and our... Actually, no, we're not even gonna mount it on brown paper bag. This is gonna be super, super simple, which you could obviously, do some mounting for extra stability, or if you wanted to turn these into pockets or something. I'm just gonna park these last two dudes off to the side. We'll get to those in another video shortly. I just roughed these up a little bit to give them that distressed look, just so you know how I achieved that. That is not how they were printed on. That is how I made them. We're just gonna ink around these a little bit. Inking, create a nice little border. Nice. Okay. And if you're wondering where to get these digitals, they are free when you sign up for my email list. So go ahead and do that. Once you sign up, you will have immediate access to these 5 digitals for the Forest Falls mini kit. Okay, so we just inked around those. We're not done with the ink. We're gonna ink these two, probably, yeah. So we're just gonna mount these on with some cheesecloth. So these are really good if you need a really flat topper. So the other one that we did, these corrugated ones, this is obviously gonna give some thickness. Not a ton, but enough. But if you need something really, really thin, then this strategy, and I'm using cheesecloth, you can use any sort of fabric or fibers. You don't have to use them at all. I just like them. I think they just add an interesting texture, because everything so far, like in this project, everything is so hard because it's all just like paper. And so once we start adding fibers, and in our clusters there'll be fibers, it'll start to give it a little bit more life, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're gonna rip this little bit off because that's not even. Remember, we're not throwing any of these away because we're gonna use them when we do our clusters. And I want raggedy edges. You could, of course, cut this to have straight edges. We're just gonna get a little bit of a border there, not too crazy. some inking. Okay. And again, I distressed this too, and I actually really like that. It looks really good. Okay. I'm just gonna have our little cheesecloth ad. I think I might favor it to the top. We're of course gonna need to trim some of this. Oops. Okay. Now okay. We're gonna trim it a little bit too. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna up here. Let me switch that. Excuse me. You can tell it's deep concentration because I'm not seeing anything. Okay. I think. And this is very thin. It's like copy paper, 2 sheets of copy paper with a little bit of cheesecloth, which is very thin. But it'll add a pop, a nice pop to your page. I think I was gonna put this, well, no, not there, because that would be, I don't really have a specific location, I guess, for this, you know? But if it were to go like there, right, that could look nice. Just adds a little pop. But I don't know. But that's a topper. And then we're gonna use our square. And we're gonna do the same strategy. Perhaps. All right, let's see, what do we need? Well, let's go ahead and continue ripping this. We need somewhere like there. Anything. All right. I'm gonna see if I want to rough this up a little bit more. Maybe a little bit. Focusing on the edges because that's the part that's gonna be hanging out. We're gonna ink up the edges. as well. I probably should test this to make sure it fits on a page. It looks a little big. Looks a little big. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it'll fit. It's a bigums though. It definitely is big. So I think for this one, these are just some cheesecloth scripts from the previous two. I think I want to like focus them kind of in a corner, like opposing corners. Just haven't done this yet, and I'm curious to see what it'll look like. And we'll just put that there. We might even scrunch it a little bit and give it some character. Okay. All right, let's do glue here, glue there. Let's see what we get. Okay, we're just gonna, I'm gonna just gonna work this until it's doing something that I'm enjoying. That sounded weird, but hopefully you understand where we're going here with this. All right. Should have put it on the back of the... This is a pretty big border. Certainly add more to that. It feels a little, hold on a second. Let me see. Turning around, grabbing some pieces from my scraps. It just feels big or something. I guess I could have cut that a little. Some music paper. Okay. Oops. That's messy. That's what happens when you turn it upside down. Sometimes it's a little too ready. A little too ready. Okay. A little glue there. Okay. I think that needed a little bit of extra, just because I had such a big border. I could have trimmed the border. I already added the cheesecloth, so I like it. It's cute. Okay. And I'm okay with this like hanging out of the page like that. That'll look cool. You know, this is just an example of what you could have. That way. Okay, so that is it for this video. We've got our two toppers. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me. Click like on the video. Drop your comments down below. Subscribe if we're not already connected here. Consider being an email subscriber. You can get the digitals that you see here for free just for being an email subscriber. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, your beautiful energy, and I will see you in an upcoming video. Bye.